All right, just about ready, folks. I've actually got myself sort of prepped today. So just give me a tiny bit of time and I'll be all set here to start drawing. There's always one I forget. All right, almost ready. Okay, post, post, and post. And all right, all right. I think I did it. I think I got everything posted everywhere. Okay. Whew. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. I actually scheduled today's. Hello, morning, morning. I actually scheduled this one. Just starting to dip my toes into the water of consistent streaming. Oh my god, okay. I think I've put this in front of the camera before, but again, I always like to get in the habit now of plugging my stuff before I start drawing, just because that's just the way this world of capitalist commerce works. And I'm not a great salesperson, but I should try to get better. So this is my attempt to get better. This you've seen before you, if you're not aware of it, is a horror graphic novel that I created for middle grade readers. Although I think it's for any age. I made it as scary as I could, and I wasn't worried about whether I was scaring the kids or not. So it doesn't really pull any punches in my opinion. But yeah, it came out a couple years ago. It's been nominated for a bunch of things. It won a couple of awards here and there. Published by First Second, and it's got about five short horror stories in it. But my style. So a decent amount of humor injected in all of these, I would say, to some level. Funny and scary. That's my favorite combo. And this book, I hope, is, in my opinion, pretty full of it. Funny and scary. Anyway, okay, there. See? Sales pitch over, done, moving on. You can find that book either at my shop at gricklemart.com or... Actually, I don't know. I might be sold out of them on my shop. You might be able to find them at my shop. If you do find them there, they're signed. Otherwise, you can find them anywhere out there. Okay, that's it. I truly am done selling my wares. I will get to drawing, because that's why people are here. Okay. Where do we begin today? All right. I feel good. I think I feel ready to draw. I'll move this camera up a little higher. Boy, is it bright in here? It seems like that's really washed out. Let me see if I can get it a little darker in here, just so that the drawings will actually show up. Just a little bit less. Let me try this too. 1 second. All right, that should help. That should help. Yeah, okay. Where do we start today? Let's start simple. Let's start with the polka dot bow tie. Yeah, okay, that definitely seems like better lighting. Again, I'm trying to find the right where to put this camera in a good spot so I don't have to be drawing around it, but it's also seeing what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Polka dot bow tie. That is the prompt. Okay, let's get this guy set up here. Okay, polka dots, eh? Let's see, I'm going to use the pencil sharpener. Apologies for the noise. I think one more color in here would be appropriate, would it not? Okay, that feels like a decent amount of polka dotting going on there. Add a little bit of tone here for his suit jacket, because I think that'll help pop the old tie a little more. Okay. All right, quick little start there. Polka dot bow tie. Thank you. And moving on. What else have we got here? Chandelier, something bohemian, cherry blossoms, scotch salad, utopia. Potato head, bish, 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 bish. This one I've looked at many times and considered. Why not? Haunted house. Let's see. Haunted house, eh? This one is going to take a little time, I think. And that's okay. How's everyone out there today? Good, good. Glad to hear it. Swarm of dead insects. Oh, good. Glad you're enjoying it. Again, I say this many times on these things. Sometimes I talk a lot, sometimes I don't. And it's already feeling like today is a day where maybe I don't talk a whole lot. But I hope that's okay. You can just quietly watch me draw, I guess. I think that's the main reason anybody's here, right? Who knows, maybe I'll get chattery as we go here. But right now I feel, I don't know, especially doing something like a haunted house, which is a bigger prompt, more involved. I feel like I gotta just sort of settle into a rhythm here, so might be kind of quiet for a bit. Man, drawing architecture is tricky. Never been a favorite thing, but I do feel good when I kind of get a building that looks okay. It's hard for me. It's not my natural go-to. Good, good. All right, glad we're all in agreement here. This porch looking okay. Let's see, I'm gonna add some steps, I think. Yep. I don't know if I'm going to add much, if any, color to this. It just feels like a drawing that should stay just line work or just some tones, some shadows. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to add much more, but I still got a ways to go here. A lot more detail to go. Ugh. Okay, I'm already regretting doing lattice, but whatever, I'll figure this out. Okay. Kind of like adding these little ghosts everywhere. Okay. It is kind of neat and tidy, isn't it? Kind of wanted it to feel not really scary, not really cozy, but maybe friendly, ambivalent, not threatening anyway. Yep, definitely ghost roomies. That's a good title for this one. Ghost roomies. I like that. It feels kind of good to finally tackle this prompt. I've looked at it many times and been like, ooh, that's too much drawing. I can't do that right now. But today was the day. You get to witness live me finally tackling the haunted house prompt. Because it's something I want to draw, but it involves a lot of architecture, and I tend to shy away from the hard work of drawing buildings. But not today. Today we're getting it done. For better or for worse. Yeah. It, architecture should be celebrated. It is an amazing thing. But I just have a hard time drawing it well. No lie. That is the truth. All right. I think I got to do the hard work of doing shingles, and I've never really figured out a good way to do shingles shorthand. I just sort of bulldog my way through it, and I don't know if I'm ever pleased with how the shingles look, but as long as they feel shingly enough, I can live with it. And that's where I'm at. Okay, yep. That part done. Now up on the roof. I'd say in my world, pretty similar. Swarm of dead insects, shingles, fish scales. Pretty much the same technique, just slightly different shape. Yep, this prompt is taking every bit as long as I would have suspected it would. That's okay. Okay, that feels okay. I don't feel like this feels haunted enough to me. So I'm going to add some weirdness to this one. A little surprise. Now this house feels very haunted. Yes, much more haunted now. Seems like a light day for viewers, but maybe I don't know, I would have thought this would have been a decent time to do a stream, but so many different time zones, who's to say, right? And it's fine. I'm glad everybody who's here is here. Okay, kind of excited to get to the point of adding tones to this. Almost there. Okay, time to throw some shadows, tones, get this going. I think this will really help the drawing pop a bit. Good question. I feel like he's part of the deal of the house. Now where he goes most of the time, I don't know. Maybe he's just hanging out in the backyard. He's fairly large. Maybe he transforms. I don't know. He's a mystery for sure. He's happy to be there though. Yeah, maybe he is the embodiment of the house. All these little ghosties are past victims? I don't know. You come up with your own story there. Could be. Alright, try to do this without smudging the heck out of this drawing. This paper's a little sensitive with the pencil. Oh wow, okay. Hype train rolling on. Awesome. Thank you, Swarm of Dead Insects, as always, for your generosity. Pretty cool. Well, you know what? This drawing took a while, and it's still going. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with this. This works. This is a decent haunted house, I think. Maybe I will add little splashes of color on here. Let me just think about it for a minute. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now to add some real sense of structure, space, add some shadows. Okay, let's see here. Okay. It looks like I'm 5 followers away from 500 followers. That's cool, right? Is that a good number? Is that decent to Twitch numbers? I have no idea. Seems good. Ultimately, does it matter? I don't know. I love how on the internet we're always chasing levels and things, and I don't even know half the reason why we're doing it. But 500 seems like a good number. Okay, let's add some shadows underneath these little ghosties. That'll help them feel more in the space. I guess I should color this big guy too, or do something with him. I think what I'm going to do first is I'll spot a color here for the light. Right, little hot spot there. Kind of adds to it. Boop, ba-do-do-do-do. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to add some color to the big guy. He seems to need it. Glad you think so, Grinning Oni. I mean, I'm proud of myself for tackling this prompt, because again, I have been kind of avoiding it because I knew it was going to be a big effort. Or a bigger effort than I'm normally accustomed committed. I can't, you know, I don't know if you've noticed this, but maybe it's a form of ADHD. I don't know. I can't stick on one drawing for very long. It's part of, I'm sure, why I've developed the simplistic style I've developed. I don't like noodling on drawings. I want to just get a concept down and move on to the next thing. So when you get a prompt like haunted house, I mean, that just inherently is pretty involved to sell the idea. I mean, I'm sure you could cheap out on it, but I didn't really want to cheap out on it because honestly, I do like drawing haunted houses. I like the vibe. But I knew it was going to be a commitment. Alright, I'm going to pencil sharpener everybody. Look out. There we go. Yeah. And I'm just going to add a little bit of red to this guy. He just seems, you know, a little devilish. Minus the horns. Might color in his eyes too. Excuse me. Liking this. Ghost dinosaur. Yeah, he is kind of like a weird ghost dinosaur. I was not thinking about dinosaurs when I drew him, but now that you say it, brontosaurus long neck, all that's a dead giveaway. Okay. Pencil sharpener, look out. Let's see here. Let's add a little bit of color to those eyes. All right. Dang, I think I finished it. I think we're done, the haunted house prompt. Woo! Well, okay. Just ooh, yes, good theory. I subscribe to that theory. Sort of ironic, right? We're killing our planet with the souls, the decomposing matter of the previous inhabitants of the planet. Left behind their residue so that we could create our own demise. Wonderful. Cheery thoughts for a Saturday. But makes sense to me. Oh, cool. Pacificant is using the little Grickle guy. I was going to say emoji. Avatar. I took a moment this week and made a bunch of avatars. Not exactly knowing how or what about how they'll be used, but that's cool to see. It looks good. Cool. Whoops, I forgot to put some shadows on the steps here. See, that's the thing. You draw a big drawing like this and you just can't help. You got to noodle and noodle and noodle. There's all kinds of little touches to still add that might just enhance it just that little bit more. Can't help myself. Okay. I really think I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to a new prompt. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, ship's anchor. Whatever. We're going to do ship's anchor. And I'm just going to draw a bunch of sea captain, you guys, just all sitting around checking out that ship's anchor. Oh, I bet they are, yeah. They'd probably be massive, correct? I mean, this one's pretty big, I guess. Yeah, I imagine they're just massive. Have to be, for obviously the weight of the ships and compensating for all that. Don't know. It's not plausible that an anchor would wash up on shore, but that's the setup I'm going with here. fixing his pipe up here for another round of puffing on it. All right. That's a weird situation. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that they're a team of old retired ship captains who solve mysteries around the beach. Surely that's a cartoon series waiting to happen. It does sound kind of cozy, right? Especially if the mysteries aren't really that huge a crisis. Some small sort of anomaly that they're trying to solve, but even if they didn't solve it, it wouldn't be a big deal. A mystery show where no one gets murdered. Just strange stuff trying to get figured out. Small strange things. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's good. It's definitely a show I'd watch as well. Fun. Okay. Another one. Let's figure out another prompt here. I got a bit of time left. I want to fill out an hour, and I'm got about 10 more minutes to go here. Spent most of it on that darn haunted house, but you know, had to be done. What else we got here? Jungle, your favorite emoji, racetrack, honeycomb, Noah's Ark, blah 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 blah. Weeping Willows. Oh, Weeping Willows, why not? I paused on that. Can't help myself. 1 second, I'm just gonna put it on. One second. Okay, here we go. Weeping Willows. Okay. I do a few different willows here. can all see where this is going to go. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not obvious. I think it's pretty obvious. This is going to be really sad. Oh my gosh, so sad. I like the wailing widows or willows here. At least this guy in the back, anyway. Possibly. It looks like these trees have experienced something pretty traumatic. For sure. This front guy is just miserable. Poor booger. Absolutely not. Just add a little color to those tears so they are emphasized and pop a little bit. Maybe, you know, they're crying all the time, so I feel like there has to be a little bit bloodshot. Because, you know, blood, trees. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, these guys look miserable. Miserable. Alright, pencil sharpener coming up. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Sad. Just so sad. Okay, just a little bit of tone. A little bit of shadow, I guess. Okay. Oh boy, let's see. Oh well. Okay, I'm just short of an hour by a few seconds. I think I'll do one more prompt. That just seems too sad. A note to end on. I mean, I'm not opposed to sad. It's good, but I don't know. I just feel like I want to do one more. So why not? Okay. What else can we find today? Canyon, anaconda, something upside down, Magic Kingdom beach scene, something abstract, tiki idol, masquerade mask. Agreed. A swarm of dead insects. Agreed. You can't keep it bottled up. You gotta get it out. Okay, weird one. Your reflection. Ah, your reflection. Kind of weird to draw my head so close up. Let's see here. Hello, hello. Yeah, what do we got to talk about, Herr Klamuk? What's going on? Let's see here. Eyebrows. I got pretty thick eyebrows. I gotta get those in there. Otherwise, this doesn't feel right. I don't know. Why am I doing that? Meaning I mean, I'm posting on multiple different platforms the same message because it's the only efficient way for me to get the word out. Are you coming from Instagram? This is, sorry, I'm referring to Herr Klamok. Question about why am I making you do the work of typing in the link manually? I honestly hadn't realized that was the case. I thought the link was actually in there. But I think it depends on where you're seeing it, is my guess. Mastodon. Wasn't intentional. That's right, Mastodon has an extra thing, right, where they have to... Yep, sorry. I do my best to technically get it all covered, but I'm always short on something. I've always forgotten something. Wow, this is a pretty, I won't say depressing, but definitely a moment of inward introspection here. I weirdly kind of like it. I don't normally like drawing myself, to be honest, but I'm kind of liking this one. Look, I look like what I am, a tired old man. I think I caught something here. I nailed some of the essence. All right, let's add. Oh, yes. Apologies. Yeah, it's because I'm populating across a bunch of different social media things. And yeah, I just don't, I try my best, but I just don't have the bandwidth to cover all of it or remember all of it. I have in the past, I think, done the full link properly in Mastodon, but it's only if I remember, and I apologize. Yep. I'm trying. I never know where everybody's coming from, and I'm trying to get the word out as far and wide as possible. But there's always a little nuance to every different media, social media app, and you can't catch them all every time. So yeah, apologies for that. What a pretty bleak drawing here, but I kind of like it. Yes, I agreed. Social media is a massive headache, and yet, you know, as an artist, I can't deny it's helped me get my, work known out there to some extent. So I'm grateful for that. But boy, oh boy, this current landscape we all exist in is not exactly fun all the time. What a weird, weird world we have created for ourselves. Oh gosh, I was going to pack it in right now, but a bunch of people have just shown up. So you know what? I'll do one more prompt. I've been doing this for over an hour now, but I can push it for one more because I'm just happy people, some new folks showed up. Okay, what am I going to do for a final one? What's fun? I mean, it all can be fun, just a matter of how you want to approach it. I don't know, giant moth? That sounds fun. Cool. Yeah, no worries. I didn't mean to sound snarky or snippy. I get it. It is annoying to have to do those extra steps. And yeah, and I was aware of that. I keep forgetting on Mastodon to do that extra little step. Okay, we're going to do a giant moth. Okay, giant moth walking downtown as they do. This already feels pretty good to me. This feels like, you know, kind of far-sighty, which I'm always appreciative of if I can even glean the smallest amount of far-sightedness, Gary Larson into my stuff. Big fan, like so many folks. Ugh, drawing city buildings takes too long. Blah, blah, blah. Look at all these windows. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of work. Sloppy. Look how sloppy this is. But you know what? As long as you get the gist across, you're good. Top art school trick there. Just get the gist across and you're good. I feel like I've got about 3 or 4 different ways of drawing city buildings, and that's it. I just do them over and over. I'm just imagining that this building's way over here. Somehow the moth didn't notice it until the minute they turned on the light bulb. Twice today I've used the same coloring for a single light bulb. I like it. It works for me. I guess I'll just tone him, because a moth generally is not a super colorful creature, right? Generally kind of grayish or whitish. Oh, well, I'll be here for just a few more minutes, so Carl Johnson Portal 2, if you do think of that question, feel free to ask it. I'll try my best to answer it. I don't think this moth is the best looking moth, but you know, as I do with these prompts and how I used to do with the live drawing with Julian, we just never do any actual in the moment research. We just try to go with whatever our memory banks have stored for us, made available. How do you draw a moth? That's how I draw it right now. I think so, right? Feels moth-like. Carl Johnson Portal 2 asks, different question, have you seen Ross Scott's reviews of Puzzle Agent? Yes, I did. I think I've mentioned quite a few times, but I will definitely state it again. I am so appreciative that he is a big fan. I honestly, I am not super integrated, involved in the world of gaming, so I don't pay a lot of attention. But a bunch of years ago, Ross Scott did an amazing review of the Puzzle Agent games, and my goodness, that brought a lot of new people to my art, to those games, and I'm just glad that Ross liked the game so much, and what an amazing job he did in promoting it for me, I guess. I'm terrible at promoting my own stuff, and so I'm so appreciative when people who I think are much smarter than me are able to make the things I do more palatable and more known to other folks who might appreciate them. So yeah, yes, well aware of Ross Scott and his amazing reviews of Puzzle Agent. That definitely prompted a bunch of new fans for me over the years. And it was very kind of him. I'm just glad he liked the game so much. What would add a nice little bit to this is just the sense that he's feeling that light on him, right? You know how this is going to end for this poor fella. Ooh, I think that turned out better than I thought. It's a really rough drawing, but I gotta say I don't mind the staging on this for making it up as I go here. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but today this one I think worked out. Oh man, okay. Oh, that's a good quote, Grinning Oni, and it is so true. The minute you try to draw an object, any object, anywhere, the most mundane thing, you start to realize how little, at least I do, realize how little I know about everything I'm surrounded by. But what's wonderful about drawing is it does make you focus and understand things better. Cool. Carl Johnson Portal. Oh, thanks for putting the games up on GOG, by the way. I'm a dummy. What is GOG, Carl Johnson Portal? What is that short for? I'm sure I know it, but I don't. And the games currently are Good Old Games, a storefront. Oh, I don't even know that one. Interesting. I don't, honestly, Carl, I'll tell you, I don't actually have anything to do with the current selling of the Puzzle Agent game on Steam and all that. That is all run by the fine people that are behind the newly formed version of Telltale Games, who I actually don't know very well, but they're good, seem like good folks. Yeah, they're the ones that are making the decisions as to where Puzzle Agent shows up these days. But Good Old Games. Huh, I'll have to check that out. I'm curious. I think this is the end, folks. I have been doing this for almost an hour and 20 minutes, which I thought I would only do an hour. So I think I'm going to stop there. But thanks, everybody, for showing up today, as always. And look, I'm nearly at 500 followers. If you want to spread the word and get me to 500, that would be cool. I don't know what that actually accomplishes, but it seems like a cool number to have. And if you don't feel like spreading the word, that's fine too. I'm going to keep doing this regardless, because I can't help myself. Oh, I see. Good Old Games. Okay, yeah, without the DRM. I see. Interesting. Cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody, and thanks for the information there, Carl Johnson Portal. I'm going to check that out. Yeah. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll probably see you here again in a week. I am going to try to hit a consistent time. This might end up being the consistent time. I'm not going to commit just yet, but sometime around now or on Sundays, I'm going to get it figured out. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.